Hello again, Lars Farabee here, and we are actually here at the Morgans tonight, having some fabulous dinner, and now it's time for crocheting. Obviously, the end of any good dinner party.
On a Friday, no
On
less.
a Friday, no less. Katie Morgan here is actually going to show me how to crochet. Katie, how long have you been crocheting?
I've been crocheting since I was about 7 years old, Lars.
Okay.
I visited my dad's mother in Texas for 2 weeks by myself right before 2nd grade. And as any scared 7-year-old would in another state, you just sort of hang out and do what your grandmother tells you to. And so she taught me how to crochet.
Excellent. All right. Do you have anything that you've done recently, or?
I've been working on this little project for quite a while. It encompasses several of the stitches that I will be sharing with you. It is a baby blanket for one of my friends, and I don't know if the viewers at home can see this, but it is, it's got some gaps in it here and some little tighter places here. It's very soft and very stretchy, and I feel like you're going to be able to utilize these techniques very well.
All right.
Okay.
Let's get started.
So the first thing you do is you take your yarn, and you should have a little end piece that you can just pull out some.
Yep.
All right, we're just going to pull out about that much. Perfect. Yeah, you know, it's fine.
Good job.
Good, good deal.
I broke it already. That was like 5 seconds.
Excellent, it's a good tutorial. We're going to just snip it off here so that we don't have to work with a whole skein of yarn.
So this is a skein.
Yes, it's a skein, S-K-E-I-N, I believe. It essentially is a word that means roll.
Okay.
A roll of yarn.
Skein means roll.
Yes. It might be German, I don't know.
Sounds German.
All right, so there are 3 basic stitches that I have mastered. And the blanket that I just showed you is variations on those stitches. And what you do is you learn the basic stitches, and then you sort of start messing around with it and coming up with your own pattern. Your own pattern is essentially a row of base level stitches, whatever that happens to be for you, a single crochet, which is something I will teach you shortly, a double crochet, and then the base of all of that is what we call a chain stitch. All right, so people start chain stitches in multiple ways, but the way that I like to do it is to take your thumb and your index finger and drape the yarn over both sides.
Okay.
It doesn't matter which side is longer. And then you grab it here at the bottom so it's fairly taut.
Yep.
Almost like you're going to make a Jacob's ladder or do one of those little yarn games that you do when you're a kid.
Okay.
And then you bend your fingers down and wrap it around so that it's looped around your fingers.
Yep.
Good. All right, now you loosen the slack on the yarn a little bit and you just pull this down some.
Okay.
Now you pick one end, either your thumb end or your pointer finger end, and you loop it through the other. So the bit that's dangling down off your fingers near the front, you just grab it and tuck it under.
Tuck it under.
Tuck it under the other side. So you've got 2 sides
Okay. Yeah. On the
parallel
other
here.
side. Yep.
You tuck it under here. And then you hold the side that you tucked. Like I tucked this bit under. Yep.
Okay. So I hold that like up at the top.
Yep, just
Okay.
at the top. And you just gently pull down on the bottom. Okay, so you have your little knot that you're working with, your little loop here, with your tails on this end.
Yep.
Stick your crochet hook through here, and you take the shorter end, and you make sure that it stays getting shorter and shorter and shorter, and use the crochet hook to put some resistance on while you pull the tail on the other side. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. This is where it actually gets easier. You just did the hardest part of crochet.
That was the hardest part.
That was the hardest part. You've accomplished it. Okay, so are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right.
Perfect. So we're going to do this together. So you hold the tail in your right hand all the time, and your needle in the right hand also.
Okay.
So the way that this works is you loop the yarn around the crochet hook, and you do a various set of pulling it through the loop that's already on the hook and doing things with it. That's what crocheting is. You loop it around the hook and you pull it
It's like
through.
a French word for doing things.
Very
That's what crochet is.
Crocheting is doing things with the yarn on the hook. That's what it is. Just pull it through the loop, goddammit. All right, so a chain stitch is very simply taking the hook, looping it around the yarn, and with the hook pointing down so that it always has constant contact with this bit that it's trying to navigate, pulling it through the hoop that's already on the needle.
Okay, so the loop's got to be a little bit.
There's got to be some looseness to it so that you can fit both the needle and the yarn that's already on the hook through the needle itself. Remember how we said that the hand that we have as dominant is where the work is going to be. The work that you've done is on your right hand. When you get ready to start the second row or the next row, you're going to flip it the opposite way.
Okay.
So you're going to be working against the work that you've already done. So let me tell you how to switch it from left to right.
Okay.
It's really hard. You just...
Oh, you were kidding.
I was
kidding. She was kidding.
You hold the yarn and you flip it.
You flip the yarn.
You flip it. You just flip the yarn.
So after a very, very long day of crocheting, I was able to whip up this little number. Really wasn't that hard, and hopefully you could do the same.